Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope that you had the best week that you could. I know a lot of people sent their kids back to school this week. Um, Let me know, is your kid back in school yet, or are you still waiting for that first day? I know a lot of schools don't wait until after Labor Day anymore, but I know that a lot of schools also had an extended summer break because of the things that we're facing. So let me know, are you back at school? Are you not back at school? I know a lot of people had to make hard decisions about in school this year. We're here for all of it. I'm going to keep this one short. We have no guests this week. I misspoke last week. I thought this week was nutrition, but it's not. It's next week. So next week, don't miss it, because on Friday, we're going to be talking to Heather Campbell from Glory Nutrition. She's going to have some really great actionable tips for us as we send kids back to school on making sure that they have the fuel that their body needs in a way that's super simple and easy for us as parents, because we don't have a whole lot of time to focus on those things. So don't miss it. But this week, I want to take about 10 minutes to tell you about 3 things that I think you should check out to save yourself some time and some sanity this school year. So a lot of times we don't talk about things to buy because, like, I'm a big believer in using what you have, and you might already have these things in your house already, and that's kind of why I picked these. But there is something to be said about items that are helpful. And I know a lot of people are heading out to stores right now and buying school supplies and other things to help prep you for the school year, extra snacks, lots of coffee. Oh my gosh, lots of coffee. I have the coffee right here. And, things for the teacher, all that stuff. But here are the things that I think you should pick up if you're wanting to pick up something extra to make your life easier. And I've talked a little bit about these on Instagram as well. So if you're not following us on Instagram, that is really one of the best places to connect with us, because we have the ability to share a lot more. So if you don't want to miss tips, make sure you're following us there. We also have great playlists on YouTube. So all of these videos eventually get pushed to YouTube. And if you're wanting to listen to multiple at a time, you can just hit play on one of those playlists and listen all the way through. It's really great. So back to our items. The first item I want to show you is one for parents. So a lot of times when you have the school year start, there's a lot of information coming at you. You maybe go to a few different meetings, maybe a meeting for Meet the Teacher, and maybe a meeting for school sports, and maybe a meeting for the PTA. All that information can get overwhelming pretty quickly. And so I suggest that parents get a notebook. I prefer one that's hardcover, because it kind of just keeps it from getting torn up throughout the year, that has lined pages. And I prefer getting one that's a bright color. So not black or blue, but something bright so that it doesn't get lost, and that you can keep track of it. But take this with you to everything for school related, and write everything down for school related things in here. We always encourage you to document everything that happens at meetings at school, especially when it pertains to your child, because you want documentation in case you need to bring those things back up later. So this is a really good tool to do that. If you have more than one kid, you can take this notebook. I haven't done it with mine, but you can take this notebook and you can put washi tape to divide it in half or into thirds to make sections for each child. And that way you don't have to have multiple notebooks for multiple kids. You just have one notebook for all your kids that you keep track of everything in. And I know some people prefer to do this with some type of online notebook, and that's a great idea too. Next item, and I don't actually have it physically with me right now. Ours is being occupied by a lot of different stuff, but get a diaper or a shower caddy. A lot of times right now you can find shower caddies pretty easily at Target or Walmart because kids are going to college, but get one of those because it has multiple sections in it, and put all of the homework supplies that you have in that caddy. So make sure you have paper and pencils and crayons and markers, everything that your child may need to do homework or a project, and extra supplies, a stapler, scissors, and put everything in there ready to go. That way, when your child sits down to do their homework, they have all the supplies there and they're not getting up to ask you for scissors again. And then I had someone suggest to me recently to get a smaller one. They make small ones and you can get them for $1 at the Dollar Tree, or I saw them at the Target dollar spot the other day, to put like just the basics like paper and pencils and maybe a pack of crayons in to put in your car. Maybe don't do crayons in your car, maybe colored pencils, to put in your car. So that if your child is having to do homework on the go, like maybe one night a week you're running to soccer practice, then they have all of that material in the car with them. And it would also be good for if your child realizes that they are low on some type of supply on their way to schools. Like maybe they need more pencils, they can grab some pencils out of that caddy. So get one of those. It's super cheap, super simple, and it has handles. So like when people are coming over, you can take it and put it in the closet. But it seems simplistic, but it really can help preserve your child's focus and save some time and save you some sanity, because you're not having to find more pencils or more paper or whatever else your child is needing. Okay, last thing. I told you we were going to keep this short. These little magnetic bookmarks. So I love these because they come in a pack of like a lot, and they open up like this, and then you clamp them on a piece of paper. I'll show you on a Post-it note. You clamp it on the paper and then it stays on there. Well, that didn't stay on there, but hopefully you're not shaking around your paper that much. But get those magnetic bookmarks, and here's why. You can put them on your child's textbooks. So if your child brings home textbooks, like a lot of schools are allowing kids to bring home textbooks right now, so that they have them at home with them. You can use it to mark where their class currently is in the book. You can mark the glossary, and you can mark the index, or the back of the book where the answers are, if your child is like wanting to check their answers. So if you use those bookmarks, they're going to stay in place. It's not like using a sticky note or a regular bookmark that might fall out. They're going to mostly stay in place if you don't shake them around like I just did. And that's really going to save your child some time too. So I'll show you. I gotta lift up my computer so that I can show you. And I made something on Instagram about this earlier. So like I used it in this textbook that I have rolling around in my office. It's a child development textbook. See, I marked the index with one of these, and it's going to stay on there because it's like stuck until I decide I want it off, and I can lift it off like that. So get you some of these. I'll link them below in the comments because they're really helpful. If you don't want to, you can get a sticky note and do the same thing. But those are the 3 things that I think would be the most helpful for you when you're thinking about life hacks, mom hacks, things that are going to save you time and energy and mental space this school year. But I also want to know what you think we should be buying or getting our hands on or searching for in our own homes that have saved you time and mental energy during the school year. So tell me what we should add to the list. Make sure that you are following us in all the places so you don't miss anything. Make especially sure that you're following us on Instagram, and tell a friend if you know someone who you think would enjoy these tips or enjoy our services. Please let them know, and we really appreciate it when you do that. And I will see you back again next Friday with Heather from Glory Nutrition.